Bam! And cheers, everybody. So I'm just jumping right on into it today. I'm not even doing like our countdown. I'm jumping right on into the stream. What's going on, everybody? Good. I can't even say good morning. I guess technically it's still morning where I'm at, but like doesn't feel like morning. So I'm going to say good day. Where's that sounds? And we're going to dig into some of my favorite fitness picks here on Amazon. We're going to be going through not only why I like them so much, how I see them fitting into a lifestyle of fitness, but also digging into any questions you guys have. We're also going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this. I'm saying we, but really it's just going to be me. I'm going to be holding it down here for the stream today. Gina wasn't able to make it. She got caught up into some meetings and some other taking care of business, taking care of just life, you know, that mompreneur life. So we're going to be holding it down without her here. And with that being said, I'm just going to kind of give it a minute, let some people kind of trickle into the stream. I'm going to drop some messages here into the chat as well while we're going through this. And yeah, y'all, we're going to have a grand old time today. I also wonder, how was everybody's weekend? Since I wasn't streaming yesterday, normally I feel like I would ask that question on a Monday, but since we didn't stream on Monday, I want to know, how was your weekend? What's going down, y'all? Also, this might be loud. There we go. Just wanted to make sure that wasn't going to be like the audio wasn't going to kick in super loud, and it didn't. So we are good to go. Well, I'm just getting all my little screens set up here, and bam. So this is what I'm dropping in the chat right now about the giveaway. But as always, we have our giveaway going down. But now here's a cool little piece I wanted to add into it. And the cool piece I'm adding to it, or I think it's cool, is because I'm going to actually be doing a anti-diet masterclass next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to still be doing our $1,500 fitness package for the first place winner. But the person that comes in second, you guys are going to get a free pass to that masterclass, because we're charging $20 for it. Again, it's an undercharge in my opinion. I didn't want to make it, you know, a complete expensive masterclass and make it unattainable for a lot of people. I wanted to have as many people have access to it as possible. So I thought $20 was doable, but also here's the key thing. And sometimes we'll charge for things, or I charge for things. I try and give away, honestly, as much free value as possible. But here's the reality, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this. If you don't have skin in the game, if you haven't put up money, or if you haven't invested something, it's significantly easier to push it off, not take action, and kind of all the variables in between. So I want to kind of set you guys up for success in the dynamic of like, hey, let's put a little bit of skin in the game. Just like register, $20. Again, $20 can be a lot to a lot of people. I totally get that. But for this kind of value you're going to get an hour of me breaking down my 3 key pillars to never really having to diet again, and what that should look like, as well as being able to hang out with me at the end for the last 15 minutes or so and just do a Q&A. So we'll be able to ask questions, dig into fun stuff. I'm just finishing dropping in the messages here for all of this goodness. And oh, what's going on, Dana? Hey. And just like Dana did, if you guys want to just drop by, say hey in the chat. I love hearing from you guys. What's up, Dana? Also, if you're not following, please feel free to follow. Helps out tremendously, and then you'll also be able to see when I'm going live again in the future. So with all of that being said, the first thing I've highlighted, I'm going to be transparent with you guys. So when I started moving today. Oh, right, you're moving. You started the moving process. How's that going? Hope everything's going well and it's not too crazy for you. We're going to be digging into the Nanka earbuds. So again, I'm super transparent with you guys. I actually haven't gotten these earbuds in yet. This is something they're sending me on our sponsored streams. Again, to be transparent, like all the products in the stream today, these are sponsored products and stream. So I actually didn't pay for any of these. These were sent to me for free, and I'm being paid to talk about the products. But here's the good news, or at least what is very important to me, is I don't just take money and saying, okay, cool, I'm going to give you a positive review. For example, like I didn't even get the earbuds in yet. I'm not going to really speak to them besides like what I like about in general Bluetooth earbuds, because I haven't been able to try these yet. So to me, being able to be as transparent as possible with you guys and not just BSing you for some money or anything like that is super important. And we've even turned down like sponsors and sponsored products and posts and things like that just because honestly it didn't fit with what we want. But anyways, I'm not gonna get into a whole thing like that. Let's actually see if we got an inlane coupon on this bad boy too. So I'll actually kind of dig into some of the info that they have kind of put up on their website. So this is cool though. I didn't realize this about them because I haven't had them yet. They're noise canceling, or has a noise canceling microphone to it. So what that means is, and it's going to be different for every type of microphone and setup, but the idea behind it is, let's say I'm broadcasting to you guys right now. I actually have another type of noise canceling mic on right now as we speak. And the benefit to having this style microphone is, if let's say the kids are coming home, because my wife just went to go pick up the kids from school. Let's say they're coming home and they're yelling and they're loud and they're excited because they had a great day at school and they want to tell me all about it. And like, daddy, daddy, and they start banging on it, whatever's going on. Or they're playing in the living room. This will help reduce some of that input so you guys don't hear it. And if you do hear it, it's a lot less than what you'd be hearing if it was just a regular microphone picking up all the input. So I thought that was a really cool dynamic. Now, depending on the microphone, depending on the product, there will be like a radius as far as like how far away from me the noise canceling feature will kick in. So I'm actually trying to see if I have any details on that. I don't see anything specifically here in the bullet points. I'm just kind of looking through, but just being able to have, does that say 4 to 5 hours fully charged of playtime? And then it just has a 15 minutes charge time. Okay, that's not bad. Allows 1 hour music play. So you just get a little idea of like how long they'll last for. That's the one thing I will say with like Bluetooth earbuds in general that I recommend, like when you're shopping, checking them out, is like, look at the battery life. Not just look at the battery life, but look at, like, a lot of times, and this is another brand actually, another kind of set of earbuds, but they'll have like a case they come in. A lot of times the case they come in will be the charging case. So if, let's say, the mic I have on right now has, you know, let's just use their example, 4 to 5 hours of battery life, I can put it back in the case, it'll charge, takes, let's say, 15 minutes, and then it'll charge it back up again. But the case eventually will need to be charged. So that's just another kind of component and feature to be aware of. But with that being said, we're going to keep it rolling right along. And there's actually some stuff in here. Again, I'm actually waiting. So, I mean, I got to give a shout out to just like all the postal service people out there, whether you're working for the USPS or like private companies. Like, you guys have probably had a crazy 2 years, let alone like with all of us, but like especially you guys in this industry for a variety of reasons. So I'm actually still waiting on some of these packages to come in, but I wanted to share them with you guys. And this is the kids pack of 60 pieces, and this has 25% off right now. So regardless of, you know, where you're at, hopefully, you know, obviously you're safe, you're healthy, and all that good stuff. There may be still mask mandates, there may not be. Being able to have these and having them ready and good to go is a helpful component. Again, we don't have to get into like where you guys stand on that. That's a different topic for a completely different day. We're not going to probably talk about here on Amazon. But being able to have, especially for kids, this is the one thing that I'm sure you guys can relate to if you have kids, if you're parents, or you just like have nieces and nephews, or just work with kids, if you're teachers or coaches or things like that, is kids, if they don't want to do something, man, it's going to be hard to get them to do it initially. So being able to make it as appealing as possible, having cool colored masks, having different designs, and having things like that, at least from my experience, especially with my daughter going to like preschool, makes it a little bit easier, a little bit friendlier for them to want to do it. Because it can feel like almost like dress up in like a fun thing they get to do, as opposed to something they have to do. So having cool designs like this is nice. And then you could throw them away if you want to, if they get messed up or if they get lost. For the price point, again, for 60 pieces, less than 20 bucks right now, for $15 even. You don't have to really blow the bank out to be able to have this. And then kind of staying with that mask theme here, I have a couple more. Again, all of these I'm still waiting to get in, but I wanted to just share you guys, or share the options with you guys, because I've actually used these types of masks before. And then these are for the adults, the ones I have highlighted right now, the cloth face mask. These are reusable, so you don't have to worry about like discarding them, throwing them away. They come in a pack of 3, and obviously you can pick a variety of different color options. You can also get them for kids. They do have kid sizes, but the ones I have highlighted right now are the adult ones, just because I had 2 different types of options for kids. So this is just something to kind of like throw out there. That here's the other thing, I'll be honest with you guys, like, where I've actually found the most value in masks is like when it's cold. This is something I did even before COVID, when I would be like upstate New York and I would be driving on like a quad, or being outdoors on like any kind of outdoor like ATV type vehicle or things like that. It's super windy and cold. Like putting a mask on just to keep my face warm. Like it's so much easier to be outside when your like cheeks and your nose and everything isn't freezing up. But it looks like, Dana, what you got going on? So the truck will be here tomorrow at 2, and I should have moved fully. Ooh, wow. Well, dude, Sending positive vibes your way, Dana. Hoping everything goes smooth, and keep me posted. Let us know what's going down. Definitely keep us posted. Good luck. So we got that kind of down. I'm just going to highlight, just to round out the mask kind of piece, is another package of kids masks. Now, these are the cloth ones, and these have, dang, they have 38% off right now. So I got to be honest with you guys. If I were to get masks for the kids or anything, I'd probably go this pack, from the price point. Let's see how many comes in a pack. So I believe is it a dozen? No, it's a pack of 8. I was off by a couple. But these designs are actually super cool. Even though the pack of 60 is probably the better bang for your buck, like cost per mask, those are going to be disposable, and you're going to go through them a little bit quicker. But that's up to you. Like, it depends on how you guys feel about that. And the designs even on these reusable masks are pretty awesome. Like, I know Lena would probably love this, like, solar system one, or even like the universe and just some of the color components, the galaxy. I'm just looking at it now. They're like super cool. But again, like, this is something like, so fun story about masks. I'm going to go to the like adult ones for a second. I actually had a sponsor like years and years and years ago, back in 2011, that they were my first sponsor, and they sent me masks for training. They were like training masks. And it's not like the typical brand you think, like the training mask brand. It was actually a completely different brand. And their specialty was actually having masks like this that had the filter component on it. So like, you could be riding ATVs, you could be painting, you could be doing paint, but whatever. And it would have a filter so the dust and dirt and all that stuff wouldn't get through. And they were like my first supporter, and so that's where I started realizing, like, I didn't necessarily like using it for training, because I eventually felt like it negatively impacted my training, but I liked wearing it when I would run upstate in the cold or go outside on the quad or things like that. And that's something, man, like, I would keep the reusable mask just for that, like, especially if you live somewhere in wintertime where it's cold. Like, that to me is probably one of the most versatile and useful features that come with these types of masks, in my opinion. So that's just my humble 2 cents. So with that being said, we're going to keep it rolling right along, y'all. And again, I'm going to just pause really quick here. If you guys have questions on any of the products, not even what I'm talking about right now, if you have something else on the carousel that you're seeing and you're like, hey, Mike, can you talk about that? Or can you compare this to that? I'm always open to hearing what you guys want to just know. And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or one of the other platforms, hop on over to Amazon. I put the link for the Coach Mike stream here so you guys can come hang out with me. And then you'll actually be able to see the products I'm talking about, not just me sharing them, but like product information. You can actually buy the products if you want them and all that types of fun stuff. So I had some wind chimes here hanging on my scooter. I'm going to just put them right over here because I still haven't decided where I'm going to put those wind chimes. And we're going to figure it out. But what I do have right here is the Smooth Sat scooter. So I want to show you guys a couple cool features here. I think the coolest features is, first off, the collapsible aspect of it. Fold this bad boy up. Doesn't have to take up a lot of space. Now you might like, Mike, this handle's way too long. Don't worry. Look at that. Boom, adjustable handle. Uh-oh, I got to unfold it first. It should be able to. I think I actually tightened it a little too much last time. So if you guys are like me and you're like tinkering with stuff, be mindful that if you tinker with it too much, yeah, I overly tightened. So there's a little like screw, a bolt, and a nut over here on this side. There we go. I'm going to loosen it up a little bit, see if I can get this to drop in. But I overly tightened it, so now this thing won't drop down because I had it too tight. And then you have one right on this side. So let's see if I can get this bad boy. That's what it was. I guess it wasn't even that I tightened. I should have probably known this. There's a little button here on the side that if you put it at the top height, it'll lock in. Or if you put it at the bottom height, it'll lock in. But even in between, you could put it in middle positions, adjust the height, and you can just kind of secure it down. So I say all that to just completely bring it down. Let's fold it up. Boom. Now you can see, like, you could throw this in the car. Pretty easy, doesn't take up a lot of space. Or like, I have it staying in the garage because the kids will see this and they want to like go riding. Now, this is not meant for like under 8 years old. Even though my kids are 3 and 2 and I totally play with them on it and I'm obviously always there. This is not recommended for anyone under 8. So it's starting at 8 years old and up. Now, there's different weight capacities too. You can pick different models for different weight capacities, starting at just over 100 pounds, going all the way up to 264 pounds. So this doesn't have to just be for your kids. This can be for you. If you want to go around the neighborhood and you want to get one for you, get one for your kids and have some family time. Or let's say you're like me and you hate running. and you don't want to have like an indoor bike like I have, or maybe you don't like hitting the bag, you don't have any other forms of cardio when it's nice out, this can be a pretty cool one. And it's like, if you're like into skating and stuff like that, this can be kind of fun. Now, this particular one's not meant for like going to ramps and like doing stunt tricks and whatnot for it particularly, but there's a lot of different options you could always upgrade to. But I would even say this, just to start cruising around, getting outside, being able to get some movement. They are totally a lot of fun. And then when they are set up, they do have a brake component to it. So right here on the back, these are 8-inch wheels on both sides, front and back. You have this little piece right here, just acts as a brake. You put your foot down on it, it drops down. Obviously, it's the brake. And they can just be a lot of fun. So whether you want to get your kids outside or you want to get outside or a combination of the two, this can be an option. The last thing right here is there's a little kickstand that folds up, collapses. You could just park it, pull up. Well, I remember when I was a kid, man, that was one of my favorite things. I would go to my buddy Rob's house, and I would I'd have my BMX bike, and I just post up, throw out my kickstand, drop the bike, and just be ready to go inside. You don't have to worry about ditching your bike in the grass and stuff, which may not seem like a big deal, like one use, but you do that time and time and time again. I've seen a lot of kids bust up their handles and the material and just not take good care of your stuff because of that. And like little things like that, especially if you know kids. Like I remember from being a kid, I'm like, I'm gonna go the easiest route. So like kickstand, that's actually pretty easy. I'm getting off that way anyway. It helps preserve the bike and kind of protect your, I'm going to call it an investment, but maybe not everyone doesn't think of it that way as an investment. But anytime you're spending money, I think it's like kind of some form of investment. Anywho's, with that being said, let's see if we got an in-link coupon, because I know there was one last week, but I'm curious to see. It's not going to be around forever, y'all. They still actually have it. It's a $30 off in-link coupon, so you guys can take advantage of that and get it just under $100 right now. But I would definitely recommend getting on it, because I don't know how long that in-link coupon is going to be around for, how long it's going to last. So take action while you can, y'all, at least from a savings perspective. So we're going to kind of keep it, I'm pretty much going to go like right in order today through the carousel and through all the products that I have. Normally I like to like bounce around by category, but for this one, I'm actually just going to kind of hit it straight. I'm actually looking for my ring case. Where did my phone, I got one of my rings right here we're going to dig into later, but I saw that I have one of my other rings coming up. But anyways, for now, we're going to look at the NT Bay, both the pillowcases that range from a full-size bed all the way up to a Cali King to even the body size pillowcase. Now, here's a pro tip for you guys. This is what I did, and I'll show you guys a B-roll on this here in a second. I actually accidentally ordered the Cali King pillowcases, and I meant to get, when I say ordered, I mean when they asked me which size do I want, I told them, hey, send me out the I thought I said body type, but I think I might have selected the link with the Cali King because I wanted to put on my body pillow. I love using a body pillow. It's been clutch for a variety of reasons. I've talked about it on other streams. If you guys want me to dig into that, let me know. I'll happily do that. But the real key for me highlighting this is I actually got the Cali King size, and even the Cali King actually fit my body pillow. Now, the reason I would even highlight this as a variable is because when you order the Cali King or the other pillowcase sizes, they come in multiple sets, meaning the Cali King had 2 sets of pillowcases versus the body pillow had 1. Now, just check the dimensions of your pillows to make sure that's going to be a good fit. But for even the body type or the body size pillow that I had, the Cali King fit them. And I'll show you guys here. I'm going to pull it up and show you a little bit of a B-roll so you can see. So that was actually clutch to me because then I was able to have the one that's going to be on my body pillow, but then I have a backup set that when I have to swap them, they're dirty or anything like that, easily. I don't have to wait on doing laundry. Like, here's a perfect example. Like, my wife is doing laundry, and she took all the sheets off our bed and the blanket and pillows and everything, and we didn't get it done in time. And by we, I mean she didn't. Like, honestly, like, I didn't help with the laundry yesterday, so that's on me. Honestly, I probably could have helped a little bit more, but sometimes just timing of it works out that way. And point is, we slept without any sheets on the bed yesterday, or we didn't sleep with a cover on our blanket. And it's not the end of the world, but it's not the most comfortable thing. Now, the other thing is, like, we have a bajillion different sets of sheets, so we could have probably just easily swapped them out, but I was just like tired and I just went like right to sleep. So here's something you can avoid in the future for that situation, is having a backup set is basically my point. So let me just share a little bit of this B-roll with you so you guys can see. Also, I went with the blue. It completely goes against the color scheme that my wife has for our bedroom. So she kind of gave me, she was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, do you not understand what's going on here? I'm like, I like blue. That's my jam. So here you can see, this is the top one's the one that actually has the pillow. The bottom one, I just wanted to show you, it doesn't even have the pillowcase on, but you'll be able to see that it's seriously a good fit, and I just like the color, honestly. So unfortunately, I'm sharing my Google Drive account with you guys. I didn't download these files because I'm just getting everything organized, so you're going to notice it's going to be a little lag. What happened to my mute? I got muted there for a second. I don't know what that was. Let me know if you guys can't, or if you can't hear this, obviously. But if you can hear this, let me know in the chat just to make sure that my mic's not messed up. Now, also what I wanted to highlight with this is it also has a discount right now. It's got 29% off. Let's see if we got a bonus inlink coupon. I doubt it, because usually when there's that kind of a discount, there's not usually going to be an inlink coupon to go with that bad boy. But yeah, you have, let's see how many colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's over 20 different colors in here. So you can select from anything, again, from standard size all the way up to a Cali King or the body pillow. Now here's the thing, the Cali King is 20 inches by 40 inches. That's the one that I got. The body pillowcase is 20 by 54. So there is an extra 14 inches of length. But I gotta be honest with you guys, my body pillow, like, it didn't even matter. It fit in pretty well. And like, I've slept with it numerous times since then. It's felt fine. So that's just my 2 cents on it. I'm just gonna share that with you guys. So we're going to keep it rolling right along. We're going to look at the women's laptop backpack that also, here's the coolest feature about this, in my opinion. It's not just like a nice backpack. It's not just stylish or functional, which it totally is on both of those fronts, as well as you can have the different sizes from 14 inches, 15.6, excuse me, up to 17 inches. But you can also have an external battery, like this one right here that I'm going to grab. Oh, it's on my desk over there. No. And you don't have to use any particular brand, but you can have an external battery that you put in your bag. And then it has this nice little like USB cable setup. So you can have whatever device you're using, whether it's a laptop, your phone, a camera. You could be using it, working, set up a workstation. Let's say you go to a coffee shop or you're traveling, you're at the airport, whatever's going on, and you don't have an outlet. You could be using this external pack. And the way it's set up is really nice. You don't have to worry about like either leaving your bag open, which can always be sketchy when you're traveling, or zippering it and worrying about the zipper kind of catching the cable and messing it up. It actually has a dedicated space for the USB cable that's really slick and nicely designed and integrated into it. And you can also just keep this in the actual backpack. So while you're traveling, you could be charging your laptop, your phone, your device, whatever, and not even having to take it out of your backpack, which I think is another cool feature. Now, the only thing I will say is it doesn't come with the actual battery pack or the power source. That's something you're gonna, if you already have, great, or you're gonna wanna buy separate. But this thing is absolutely clutch and it has a lot of room. I'm actually going to screen share with you guys. My wife actually has this bad boy with her right now, and I realized I didn't download or I didn't even upload the video that we did, but you can check out the video on my storefront. We have a shoppable video set up for you guys, so you can always check that out if you want to see a little bit more. But I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of a screen share so you guys can see a little bit of what I'm talking about here from our homepage. So you can see, again, what it looks like on the inside. Let's open this bad boy up here, get a little bit more reference. So it's got a cool, again, the anti-theft pocket, especially like with keeping in mind it's meant for travel. And then here's that USB cable port I was mentioning. Have it right here, slickly, so you have a nice little pouch. And then you don't even have to have this on the outside. You could just keep it on the inside and be charging it that way. But this way, again, you don't have to worry about like zippers or anything messing it up. Have all these natural like little pockets or places. And this is a feature I haven't had to use yet, but I think it's a very clutch one, is this rolling handle, so that you can not only wear it as a backpack, but boom, look at that. You could throw it right on top. Oh, for a second, I was like, dude, where did I miss this? You could throw it right on top of your rolling handle, like suitcase or things like that. It's got a nice little strap to secure it. Not the actual handle part doesn't come with it. It's the strap for it. I was going to say, I just completely misspoke on that one. But again, I think it's a clutch one, not only if you're like traveling professional, but even like just a mom or a parent
that's, you know, just constantly on the go, having that like little clutch napkin pouch, being able to have all these little pouches so you can have whatever you need easy to access and grab is a clutch feature to me. Also, again, because we have 10% off right now, you got a nice little deal going. But with that being said, we're going to keep it rolling right along. And this is what I was looking for my other phone case, the Lurch-Fi brush mat ring. Now, this one's cool because you have different options for it. You can either grab the standard ring, which is, I think, a beautiful like option, and it feels really nice, and for the price point, it's like you can't really go wrong. But then, and that's just under $20 right now because there's actually a 10% discount, and I'm just like looking through it. But you can also go with different options here. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 18 different options as far as color mixing and matching and customization options. So you can go anywhere from the standard ring, which is just about $20, not including the discount, all the way up to the most they're going to be is $65. Really a little bit less, more like $60 with the 10% off right now. And you can fully customize it, whether you want to write your partner's name, whether you want to put a date, whether you want to put a little message, whether you want to even do it for yourself and just have this as a gift to yourself. I think that's always nice. Now, here's how I see this fitting in. What I would not recommend is don't do like heavy lifts with this kind of a ring. This style of ring, in my opinion, you can work out with it. Like you can lift and you can do leg day and stuff like that. You can do your core, you could run, you could do cardio. I would not do super heavy deadlifting like bench press, pull-ups, things like that, just because the pressure on your finger is not going to be great because this is a harder ring. It's not going to be a malleable, like silicone-based ring. I would recommend, honestly, getting silicone rings for your day-to-day workout, stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about your finger. But the reason I like this ring, and the reason I even like the other King Will ring I have on the carousel that I'll show you guys here in a second, is because they just aesthetically, I think they look really nice. And for the price point, you don't have to worry about if this is going to get scratched or if you're going to lose it or things like that, as much as you would if you spent like hundreds or thousands of dollars on a really fancy ring that you want to wear out for like date night or to meetings or whatever and flex on people. Like, dude, I've worn this one out to a few different, not only date nights, but also business meetings, as well as the King Will ring, which I'll actually highlight here in a second. I'll highlight that one now. And really, it's about just being able to feel confident, in my opinion, when you're going into different meetings, you're going on a date. And the other bonus to the King Will ring that I'm highlighting right now is it has this like spinner component on the inner part of the ring. So the inner part actually spins and turns. So you can like actually fidget with it, which is great for someone like me that's constantly like fidgeting and moving and having to deal with those kind of components. I'm very much like a constantly moving. I talk with my hands. I'm always going. So that one I thought was an extremely cool option to have that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, on the other side, the only thing I'll add that someone asked in a prior stream was what size ring did I get? And like, I figure I'll share that with you guys and also let you know like how big I am from like a size reference to see if you don't know, if you want to get this as a gift, you don't know the person's ring. And if you try and ask them their ring size, it's going to be a dead giveaway. I'll give you it just as a reference point. I'm 6 foot, about 210 pounds right now. I got on the King Will ring, I got it at an 8.5, which fits on my ring finger, but it's tight, it's snug. So I really wear it as like a pinky ring nowadays that I never really wear as a pinky ring, honestly. But on the Lurch-Fi ring, I got that one at a 10. That one's like just a little bit loose, but not loose where it'll fall off my finger. It's a little bit loose. I like them usually a little bit snugger. So like a 9 or a 9.5 would probably have been perfect for me. So as a reference point, if you have someone and you don't know their size ring, like my size, height, weight, all that fun stuff, hopefully that's a helpful reference point for you guys to understand, like, hey, what size ring might you want to get? With that being said, we're going to keep shifting gears. And again, I tie that into a healthy lifestyle and a fit lifestyle of part, in my opinion, of having a well-rounded, healthy lifestyle is not just what your life looks like in the gym or in training or when you're meal prepping. It's like all the other hours of the day. Because let's say you even train every single day. Let's even say you train 2 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week, which I would not recommend. I don't think that's sustainable or realistic for most people. So that still leaves you with 22 hours every single day. Obviously, you're sleeping for some of them and doing other work activities and stuff like that. It leaves you a lot of time to be able to be doing other types of activities. So I think having tools and having components around those parts of our lifestyle is important to talk about. and being able to be confident when you have to go into a business meeting, when you want to go out on a date. To me, that ties into your healthy lifestyle, because then if you're feeling confident, you're more than likely going to perform better, or you're going to have a better experience with someone on a date, and that's going to just positively impact your life. And if it has a net positive impact on your life and your quality of life, to me, that's part of a healthy lifestyle. It's trying to have a net positive wherever we can, even if it's like something where like a struggle, or let's say you're uncomfortable at first, but being able to set yourself up for success long-term is also what I like to look at in some of these components where I see them fitting in. So with that being said, we're going to dig into the Orlais winter jackets. So this is one, I have some clients that are actually away skiing right now, up in the mountains. I live in Western North Carolina, up in the mountains, and being from New York, I would grow up going upstate New York into the mountains. So I'm very familiar with like cold weather. I've never actually gone skiing. I've gone snowboarding before. I'm not a huge fan of it just because I've had my own injuries and things come from it. But the point of me saying all this is having a jacket that A, functionally checks all the boxes, which this one does in my opinion. I'll go through what that looks like. But B, also has the feel and comfort so that you can be active is important as well. Because, you know, in my opinion, puffy jackets, like puffy kind of like winter coats are great and all, but like when you want to be active and you want to do like an outdoor run or hike or skiing or snowboarding or whatever the activity could look like outdoors, maybe even have a snowball fight. I don't know. Maybe you're just shoveling. You're trying to get outside and get shoveling. Like it'll get in the way. This one's nice and thin, but it's like super, super warm, and the insulated material is great and absolutely clutch. Also, I didn't even realize this is something I'm just discovering now. I know that it has this outside pocket that's perfect in my opinion for like a phone or something like that, but I didn't even notice this till just now as I was looking at the lining. It has a nice little inside pocket here as well. Now what you can do with this bad boy, it has a little perfect position for your earbuds if you have wired earbuds instead of wireless earbuds and you want to kind of like snake that through up to have your earbuds in while you're outside. That's a great option. It also has just some adjustable features in here. It's got a nice little pocket. You can throw things in, whatever's going on there. But this is, I shouldn't say even a nice little, this is like a nice solid size pocket, maybe your gloves, you know, warmer, anything like that. It has it on both sides. And one of the unique features to me on this one that is part of the like functional checkbox is, check this out. It has these like kind of compression sleeves stitched in so that when you put them on, you don't even have to loop your thumb through. You can just even have gloves on or just right here. But what it'll do, it'll stop snow from getting, if you fall, you post your hand out or you get in a snowball fight, it'll stop snow from getting up into your sleeve, melting and getting all wet and getting you cold at the end of the day, which is not very helpful when you want to spend all day outside. Oh, what's going on, Lewis? Hey, homie, how you doing? Let's drop a little hey for you. I also realized I didn't drop, so we are still going to do a giveaway, and I realized I didn't drop my giveaway banner here. So if you guys want to do the giveaway, we're going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this stream. For that giveaway, again, I'm going to be giving a prize to the top 2 finishers, not just the person that wins the whole thing. We're going to have a prize for second place as well, which is going to be a webinar and a masterclass I'm doing next week, which is the anti-diet masterclass, which is just a fancy way of saying like, hey, we got to stop dieting, y'all. We got to find realistic, sustainable changes that are going to make sense for your life and for your goals. Next week, for an hour, I'm going to have a masterclass. It's going to be going over the 3 pillars and core habits to build a foundation for that. And then even having 15 minutes hanging out with me at the end, asking any questions. And it's $20. If you guys want to sign up for that, you can go to lifestyleoffitness.com, or you can shoot me an email. I shared my email in this stream. Go to lifeofafighter@gmail.com, share with it there. But we're also going to be giving away a free pass for the second place winner. So just a fun fact. So kind of the last thing I want to highlight with the winter jacket is not only all those cool functional features, but having the hoodie and having it designed specifically so you can stay outdoors and be active. That's, to me, a key one, because when it does come to wintertime, a lot of us are like, oh, it's cold, I can't go outside, and I understand why. But being able to have tools like, hey, like we can get outside, you can stay relatively warm, you can manage that. Even going back to the face mask, like that's why I throw a face mask on. If my face is getting really cold, throw a face mask on, cover up your nose, cover up the cheeks, cover up all that good stuff, and you're good, in my opinion, from my experience. Plus having the proper jacket, being able to stay active, can absolutely be essential. So having said that, though, we're going to kind of stay with that winter theme and staying warm, but I'm going to highlight a different product for you guys. I got my Mizio heated blanket. So let me pull this bad boy up so you guys can see it. And the heated blanket to me is clutch. So what I use the heated blanket, believe it or not, with the outdoor winter jacket. And I actually will have it set up so when I go outside, like last night was another good example. I like to go outside, especially at night, man, no matter if it's winter, summer, spring, fall, and just like look up at the stars. That's one thing I appreciate about living in the mountains more than not living in New York or by the city or by super densely populated areas, is not having as much light pollution and being able to see all the amazing stars. But when it's too cold, obviously you're not going to want to stay outside that long. So what I do is I throw on my comfy, awesome winter jacket, throw on my sweats, and then I just have the heated blanket I'll bring outside with me. I'm actually just loading the video right now. There we go. So you guys can see it. And then I have it plugged in. It's got about like a 7-foot cord or a cable. So you don't have to have it like right next to you, but you're obviously going to have it plugged in. You guys will be able to see that. So it comes with the remote as well. And with that remote, you're going to be able to control the timer as well as the heat intensity. And of course, because I'm like streaming it while also sharing it, it's going to be a little bit laggy. But I wanted you guys just to be able to see that bad boy. There's the remote, the cable, the color, the comfort. You can get a variety of different colors as well with this. Let's actually see if we got an inline coupon. We'll look at count up how many color options we have. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Ooh, we got 10 different options. And then you can also go with a queen size one as well. And let's see if the queen size, sometimes like one size will have an inlink coupon versus the other. I don't see an inlink for the queen size either. But being able to just have that blanket, plugging it in, has 10 different heat levels and up to 12 hours of timer. So you can set it for like 12 hours, keep it going. But the good thing is like you don't have to worry about if you left it on, it'll automatically turn off. So it's a little bit less risky and you can fall asleep with it. Obviously, like depending on any kind of like medical conditions or things going on there, you might want to be careful. So talk to your doctor, your medical team on that one if you have one. And it really is just great. Like I've been loving it for sitting outside, throwing on my heated blanket, having the jacket, being cozy, being warm, being able to look up at the stars. And that's to me like form of like self-care and a little bit of recovery at the end of the day, where I just get to like downshift, recover, kind of wind the day down. And I factor and I schedule that into my day to have that time for myself. So that's just something, whether you guys can get the blanket or not, I would highly recommend, especially for those of you that feel like you're living crazy lives, like constantly going, and then you just fall into bed, shut it down just to get enough sleep to then just do it all over again. Even if it's 5 minutes, find 5 minutes into your routine where you can like breathe and just have something you enjoy. But that's enough of my spiel on that one. What I'm going to dig into is kind of like sticking with warm, but also on the cold side. I'm going to pull out one of my heat packs over here and my ice packs as well. So this is a cool one. These come in a pack of 3. These are reusable ice and hot packs. Now, the reason I like this is kind of one of those, regardless if you're heavy into fitness or training, or you just live a normal, like just a regular day-to-day life without any kind of activity. I'm willing to bet at some point or another, you're either going to have an injury, you're going to have a bump, a bruise, or you might just be tired. You might have a headache. You might have just a day where you're like, dude, I want to just kind of relax a little bit. Now, here's like 2 sides of this coin. Because you can just freeze them and use them, easy to grab and go, but also you can take them right out of the freezer and then throw them into the microwave, heat them up, and within like a couple minutes, if that, a minute, you can have a nice hot pack. Now, obviously follow the instructions on the back of it. Like, let's actually look at it. Hot application, hot water method, immerse gel pack for 8 to 10 minutes in hot water, remove, wipe it, so on and so forth. So, and then it also does have microwave options as well for microwave heating. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like literally anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds, not even a full minute. If not hot enough, then heat in 3-second increments. So yeah, like it should never take more than a minute from a microwave. For if you want to like boil water or something like that, you just leave it submerged 8 to 10 minutes. So I think the microwave is obviously like the more efficient way to do it. But the point of saying all that is like just having a cold pack. Let's say you have a headache, your eyes, you have like bags under your eyes. Sometimes just like getting a nice little cold compress can feel really nice. Or let's say you work behind a computer, you have like, I have lower back issues, upper back issues I'm constantly working on. And I use massage guns, I use TENS units. I even like to use the hot pack, get some heat on my back and be able to just kind of have that help loosen me up, especially when I'm sitting for too long, to put it on like the back of our neck. Having different things like that, this can be a clutch option. I'm also bringing this to the gym. So I'm not only going to have this for home, but I'm actually going to have it at our new gym location. Shout out to Rogue Combat Club here in Asheville, North Carolina. If you want the best gym and martial arts experience, you should be at Rogue Combat Club. Not only for the especially new facility we're moving into, like I'm literally working with our sponsors and with our team to get the best equipment in that spot so it can be a professional strength conditioning dynamic to it. So like literally like athletes from like Yankees or the best pro teams could come in. And I've worked with professional fighters in like Thailand and Vegas and everywhere in between. They can come in and I feel confident training them and having everything we need, as well as like everyone in between. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm excited to add this as just like another tool in the toolbox for the strength conditioning and therapy and recovery area. So here we go. This is another fun one, honestly. Like this one I really like. I wasn't even thinking about this. Wasn't even on my radar as far as something to buy or a product to buy. But once I got it, I've been using it every single week, multiple times a week, just because A, it's a lot of fun, but B, it's also extremely helpful with, if you don't feel confident with handstands or getting into a handstand position, this can drastically improve the experience and give you some well-used support. So that like my cousin Gina, like I stream with her all the time, you guys have seen, she's like, oh dude, I can never do a handstand. I'm like, trust me, with this one, you can. And here's the cool thing. I'm going to screen share you guys so you can kind of see. It comes in like a couple pieces, super easy to set. It literally took me 5 minutes. In the instruction manual, it's like 4 steps, literally 4 steps. Like undo this, put it together, screw some things. That's it. Super simple. And of course, like I literally let this whole thing load, but the second I started screen sharing, it's going to start to get laggy. So hang in with me on this one, y'all. I wanted to show you what you got, what it comes like, just like fresh out of the box, and then what it looks like when it's assembled as well. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Watch, it's immediately going to be fine, and then I'll reshare with you guys. Here we go. Here we go. And again, if you guys got questions on any of this, feel free to let me know in the chat. Clearly I love talking, but I also love digging into questions. And again, if you guys aren't following already, please feel free to follow. It helps out tremendously. Also, fun fact, we're going to be having our Real Family-ish next episode tomorrow, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. We also have a special guest joining us, a friend of mine and a colleague that I work with in my business and in my network, Dr. Eric. Dr. Eric runs a health clinic based out of Ohio. And he does a lot of telehealth. He also works in a hormonal capacity with clients doing hormonal replacement therapy. He does peptides, and he has a tremendous amount of information and resources and things. I'm really excited to be able to just pick his brain. So let me just pull this back up so you guys can kind of see. Again, here we go. Now let's get the screen share going one more time so you guys can kind of see all that it comes with and then what it looks like put together. So this is what it's going to look like put together. You're going to have, it basically looks just like a regular bench, but it has 2 pieces to it that's really cool. And the kind of U-shaped piece stays there. And that's where you put your head through and have your shoulders rest on. But the kind of, I don't even know what to describe that as, like a reverse P kind of shape or something like that actually pops off. You undo the screws and that part will come out. And you're able to use, and look at this poster it comes with. It has over 70 different examples of exercises and stretches and uses that you can use it for. This thing's like, honestly, I think it's a great option, a great investment. Especially, I think there's a misconception, like you have to be a yoga expert to be able to get this kind of stuff. This can be something, even if you don't use the traditional like yoga classes or things like that, I would recommend even using it just for trying to work on handstands and mobility. And like, there's so many resources online from YouTube to like everything in between. This can be a great tool to add. Now, would it be the #1 pick I would recommend for people? No. I'd probably say go with like a set of resistance bands first. Maybe get a set of adjustable dumbbells, maybe a pull-up bar, maybe like a jump rope, something like that, foam roller. But at the end of the day, this would definitely be the next, like once you kind of build out that home routine, this can be a great option. It can also substitute your blocks as well. So you don't have to use yoga blocks. You can actually use the bench or the detachable piece as well for your yoga blocks, which I think is really cool. Having said that, we're going to dig into the next piece. This one, I actually don't have to even play a B-roll for you because I have it right here. Now, this one I'm super hyped about because, man, my legs get sore, y'all. I don't know about you guys, just from like the kinds of workouts that I'm doing, also doing jiu-jitsu. It's definitely a taxing life, especially on my lower body. So I'm actually going to show you how easy it is to get this set up once I get them untangled. Because I have like 3 different pairs down here. Because again, this is not complaint. This is more just me expressing gratitude. I'm really grateful and fortunate that I have, obviously, these companies sending me out these products. And the cool thing I like about the Quinier style is it has a little tag here to tell you like if it's right leg or left leg, which may not seem like a big deal. It doesn't have to be the biggest deal in the world, but I always like to make sure I have it on the right side so it fits properly, feels right. Now, these also will fit if you have giant calves, like my business partner, Chuck. I always bust his chops. Shout out to Chuck. He's got massive legs, like Samoan-sized legs and calves. These even fit his legs. So that's like a clutch feature. So it doesn't matter. For the most part, I would say like anyone probably watching this is going to fit your legs. I'd be willing to bet that. And then they always do have like kind of like some expansion pack options that it can make it even bigger if you need to. But I say all that to say, like, look how easy that was. Now all I'm going to do is I have this plugged into my kind of main hub that you control everything from. This has literally 4 different buttons. It has the on-off button. It's going to have the mode. It's going to have the pressure control and then the time. So I'm going to take my outlet right here. I'm going to unplug my charger because my phone's charged, y'all. For the first time in a bit, my phone's fully charged. I don't have to worry about charging that. Plugging it in. Turns on, we turn it on. I'm going to set the timer for 30 minutes. You can go for 20, 25, or 30 minutes. I always like to go for 30. I want that maximal effect for the most amount of time. I'm going to have it on the sequence mode. You have sequence, circulation, and a combination of the two. So sequence will just say it's going to start with your foot, then work its way up, ankle, calf, so on and so forth. And then for pressure, I'm going to put it on medium pressure. So I have 3 different pressure settings. And again, it can be make a little bit of noise, so I'll bring it up closer so you guys can kind of hear it. It makes a little bit of noise, but like really, you have it on the floor, you have it off to the side. It's going to be out of the way. It's not going to be a big deal. Like I doubt you guys can even hear that right now. And if you can, let me know in the chat. I always like to know these things. But yeah, this thing is just absolutely clutch. And they do have different options where you can even get the heated dynamics. So you can have heat as well as the air compression leg massage feature to it. But if you just not only working out, you run, this can be a great recovery tool, or you just work on your feet. If you work construction, if you're like a waiter, bartender, a teacher, anyone that's on their feet all day and you're using your lower body, this can be a great just tool. And going back to my point earlier with self-care, this can be a great way to wind down at the end of the day. I haven't tried this yet. I actually got to try this. I'm going to go outside and look up at the stars and actually throw this bad boy on to help my legs recover, especially after I have jiu-jitsu tonight. So I'm going to give that a try. I'll come back tomorrow and I'll share that with you guys. This week, you're going to notice Gina and I are going to be streaming during the day for some of our streams, and then we're also going to have some streams set up at night. And then we also have, here's a fun one I'm excited about is not only do we have our live workout on Saturday, but this Sunday, we're also doing our next round of meal prep. And I figured this Sunday is going to be a fun one because I'm not only going to be doing meal prep, but I'm also going to be talking a little bit more about the anti-diet masterclass we have next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys want to get set up for that, you can go to lifestyleoffitness.com. You can register under our shop. It's $20 for the masterclass. You get an hour of masterclass with me. You get 15-minute Q&A at the end. You get full lifetime access to the recording of that and the downloadable PDF for resources that go along with it. And it's going to be a good time. So here's one thing I was thinking about is I send out a newsletter every week with like a workout schedule, streaming schedule, all that fun stuff. I'm going to start to add, if you guys want, I might even add like, hey, here's the shopping list you guys might want to get for the meal prep when we do meal prep and stuff. So let me know what you guys think about that. But kind of sticking with the fitness theme, the recovery theme, we're going to get into the Flybird products. I got the Flybird bench highlighted right now. I'm also going to look at the Flybird adjustable dumbbell. This one has 31% off. Nice. And then we also have the Flybird adjustable dumbbells. They're probably my favorite as far as fitness equipment is having adjustable benches and adjustable dumbbells. I would say 90 to 95% of the time will recommend you get the adjustable one versus any other version. But everyone's situation can be a little bit different. Let's say you don't care about space, you don't care about money, or things like that. Maybe it's not as big of a deal for you. But for this one, I would definitely recommend being able to have the kind of combination of space efficiency and cost efficiency that adjustable benches and dumbbells will provide for you. So with that being said.
So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Flybird adjustable bench. And I'm a huge fan of the brand Flybird first and foremost, but I love the adjustable bench. It's so versatile. And a big thing that I like here is check out this spot for your ankles where you can hook your feet. The cool thing I like about it as well is it folds down, as you can tell. Also, I'm going to show you guys on the flip side the pin and spring action here. I'm going to pause for a quick second. I want you guys to see this has a spring component of it. So when you pull it out, it'll allow it to lock into place versus other benches. Sometimes we'll just have a little latch mechanism. Also, I want to show you guys the different positions to give you a little bit more idea of the versatility from the angles here, as well as talk about how that comes into play with your training. When you're able to change the angle, you can focus on different muscle groups and how they interact with one another. So the ability that Flybird provides to change these angles going into multiple different positions is awesome, as well as being able to work in a variety of different exercises as well. And the durability of it is clutch. That's a big one for me, and I highly recommend. Check them out.
Bam, y'all. All right, so now let's look at the adjustable dumbbells. So you kind of got an idea of the value of the adjustable bench. Now let's look at adjustable dumbbells. Now, the one thing you're going to see me highlight in this video as well is these adjustable dumbbells are unique in one particular way that I'm such a fan of that I can't stress enough.
So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Flybird adjustable dumbbells. Let's dig on into them. So these are really cool because of, again, the adjustable style, and the handle right here I really love compared to some other adjustable dumbbells I've tried in the past. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of the dimension look. And the cool thing is, again, you're going to see me right here, turn the handle, and that's how you select the weight you want. Slides right out, you drop it back in, you turn the handle, and you get the next one. It's a really cool feature compared to, again, some of the other styles that I've seen, and being able to go all the way from 11 pounds up to 55 pounds within seconds is an amazing, both cost-effective feature, in my opinion, as well as a space-effective feature where you don't need multiple sets. And again, I wanted to highlight that here just by going through how easily you can do your reps, superset it, drop the weight in, change it, and then go up or down in weight, which is, again, for me as a trainer, as a coach, as a fitness professional, an amazing option, especially from a home gym perspective. I also wanted to highlight for you guys the actual locking mechanism. These buttons I'm pointing at right now are what actually will release the weight, and these nodules here in the set are what's going to do it. So the only time you can change the weight is when it's actually in the mold. So this way you have a nice, safe grip, and you don't have to worry about it when it's out of the mold.
Bam. That's even like another mechanism I don't necessarily talk about as much, is that safety feature. Because here's the reality with some other like dumbbells and brands that are adjustable, is the reason they work is there's a locking mechanism. And the easier that locking mechanism is to either break or override, the more dangerous the actual use of that equipment is. So the Flybirds, their locking mechanism is like super, super specific and dialed in. So it's like, from my experience, the most secure that I've ever used. The only thing I will say is for all adjustable dumbbells, I don't care what brand they are, they're not meant to be like slammed and thrown. That's maybe the only downside if you look at them versus like a rubberized style dumbbell. The rubberized style dumbbells, you can drop, you can throw, you don't have to worry, it's not gonna mess up the dumbbells. It might mess up your floor depending on what you got going on. But these adjustable dumbbells, like you can maybe do it a couple times, but like you're gonna eventually break them. You're gonna either break the plates, you're gonna break the locking mechanism, you're gonna break, I've had actually clients like, so this is something that I'm actually playing with, is manufacturing these types of products myself and learning from the brands that we work with to like just get as much insight and to also hopefully partner with in a variety of ways. And one of the dumbbells I had for a client, they, like, you could clearly see they were throwing the dumbbells and dropping them from how it broke. And like, oh, can you send me a new set? Like, no, dude, like that completely is the opposite of what these are meant for. What I will do is like, we'll replace the piece. You know what I mean? Because like there is a certain warranty. I'm gonna like even go above and beyond. We don't even have to honor that, but here's the warranty. Like I'll hook you up, but just be mindful of that, guys. Don't drop your dumbbells. Don't be throwing them and slamming them, especially the adjustable ones. If you have the rubberized hexagon style or other ones like that, that's a different story. But speaking of working out, part of working out is obviously having the apparel or having clothes on. Like unless you're like me and you have like access to a gym that you can just like work out in your underwear late at night, which I've shared that story on one of the other podcasts. If you guys want to hear about that one, let me know. I'll tell you guys a funny story about how I thought it was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. The gym was closed. And like, I was just in the gym, like in my compression shorts, working out, hitting the bag and stuff, prepping for a fight. And one of the other fighters came in and had a date with him. And yeah, man, it was just really funny. But anyways, these pants, these particular ones for the fitness side are great not only for working out, but these are meant more so for cycling and peg. Whether you're on a stationary, you're going outdoors, these are clutch for that type of activity because they're going to have padding underneath to protect your bottom and protect your crotch. All right, now I'm going to highlight also the full length pants because these are the ones that I have and that I more actively use. These are clutch. Now in the video, you're going to see me talk about how I not only did a bike ride with them, but I actually worked out and did lower body right after them. So you could technically work out with these. They're comfortable enough. You can. The only thing I wouldn't say is like these are not compressions. Like I've worn other types of compressions where I've worn them for hours and hours and hours before having to go to the gym and work out, and it was fine. These I would not necessarily recommend that because of that padding. They're not the most comfortable to sit in like in a regular chair and stuff, at least for me. But you could hypothetically do it. I just wouldn't recommend it. Hold on, let's check them out. Let's let this load. What? It's not trouble. It's not loading the video. Tell me it's a different. So that's the only downside. StreamYard. You guys are losing me here. I'm about to have to move platforms because StreamYard doesn't have it syncable with particular formats that I have. So let's see if I can just screen share instead. Let's see if we can get this to work. I think we got it. Check this out, y'all. The only downside is you won't hear the audio, but it's all gravy. It's all gravy, baby. You guys will be able to see it. So I'm just going to kind of talk over this. So this is just me. Whoop, let's go back a couple seconds here. So you'll kind of see all the features from what it looks like fully packaged, like literally fresh out of the box. These are the long or the full length pants. And again, shorts, similar deal. That's where you can see the padding for cycling. Now, the cool thing I liked about these long sleeves, they have zippers at the bottom where if it's a little too hot, you're overheating, you can unzip them and cool yourself off a little bit. And again, like you could literally just work out with these on. Now, I'm literally showing you guys without even taking the tags off. That's where the padding is. That's where I would say, like, if you're sitting on the couch stuff, maybe not the best move, but they're not restrictive at all. I got full range of motion here, not only for like cycling, running, but even like I did deadlifts in these, I did squats in these, I had some lateral lunges in these. You can see even doing good mornings in them, perfectly fine. That was really what I was trying to demonstrate here is just the range of motion component of it, the comfort and the fit. Now we'll just kind of look at, again, the zipper feature to them, what they look like completely from top to bottom. And this is what I'm going to kind of show you guys here. It's just on the bottom, there's a little zipper here. You can unzip it to just get some air going. They're breathable. But the cool thing I like about almost any compression style is compression is going to give an added support factor as well as increased blood flow locally to that area for the most part, unless it's like horrible compression material, then it may not have the same impact, but I haven't really seen that, especially not with this style and this brand. So the next one, speaking of the apparel side, is we have the Kufandi shorts. So these don't have the compression layer underneath, but I still like them honestly a lot. Like these I would wear doing like upper body, or really any workout, but especially upper body. Here's the reason why. Hear me out. A, they don't have the compression, so I would probably want to wear compression style for when I'm doing lower body, but they have zippers on them. So let me actually pull up. I'm going to show you guys what I mean here. See if this is going to be the right format. StreamYard, you guys, man, got to get this together. So we have the non-compression. Let's see if this bad boy is going to load. I bet you it's not going to. It's taking too long already. I can tell. Yeah. Same deal. So I'm just going to screen share with you guys so you'll be able to see it. But you'll be able to see in this one the benefit of having zippers on your pocket. So if you guys have ever benched before and you left your phone in your pocket and they don't have zippers, like it'll fall out of your pocket. Or you can just put it on the floor. Like I get that, but I like having the zippers as a built-in kind of mechanism to just kind of secure them. Also, they're just comfy, man. Like they have the drawstring so you can make sure they're feeling snug. I just like the feel of them. The only thing you'll see here is see how they come just above my knees? I like shorts typically to be at my knees. I don't know why. I like basketball shorts and stuff like that hanging around the house. Here you can see me putting my phone in. And I have the iPhone 12 in this video, the iPhone 12, whatever, Pro Max or some version. So it's a pretty good sized phone. Fits right in the pocket, zip it right up. So you can throw a phone, keys, money, whatever you don't want to worry about falling out of your pocket, whether you're running, whether you're lifting, or you're just kind of around the house. These can be clutch. Now, speaking of around the house, I don't actually really wear these around the house just because I like my shorts to be a little bit longer when I'm just chilling. But I have definitely worn them. They're comfortable. It's not they're not comfortable. I just I don't know. It's a weird thing I have. I like basketball shorts and stuff like that because they tend to come to your knees or a little bit just below. And I just like how that feels. I don't know. That's just me. But if you guys don't care about that, they can be a great option even for just chilling around the house. They have the pockets. They're really comfortable. The only thing is they don't have the compression layer, but let's actually see if they have an inland coupon, because lately I've been seeing them with, yeah, they got a 10% off inland coupon going down. What? Nice. And we got, let's see how many colors we got. Got 18 different colors. And this was a size large, just as a reference point. I'm like 6 foot, 210 pounds-ish. Like, these were a size large for me. They felt great, just for point of reference. And sometimes I'll switch between large and extra large, depending on the brand, depending on where they're from, how they fit. But these are size large, definitely worked well for me. And then to round out the kind of like short conversation, we're going to look at the compression layer shorts that I have here by the 2-in-1 men's athletic shorts. And Reusable, I'm horrible at name pronunciation. But let's see if we got an inland coupon, because I feel like this is another one that we'll have inland. Yeah, they got a 5% off inland coupon. We have 8 different kind of like color and mix and matches. The cool thing about this is this has a unique feature. The downside is they don't have zippers on their pockets, but this one has, I think, a really cool feature that completely makes up for it. And I'm going to screen share with you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. So it has a kind of a little loop on the back left side that I won't even highlight in this video, but I'm going to kind of just show you the placement of it, because I didn't even realize it when I was making this. I was talking about them in this one. So you can see already the compression layer underneath, which I love for, again, working lower body, doing cardio, stuff like that, because of the support factor. It has also a little compression pocket here. So this has a little area you can slide your phone, keys, money clip, anything like that. It's a cool little pocket setup. And then on the back side, it has your regular back pockets. Again, no zippers in there. However, what it does have is, sorry, I'm just like, I saw something pop up. It does have that loop on the back left side. So you can loop a towel, or you can loop your shirt. Like if you're like running and it's hot outside and you take your shirt off. And if you're like me and you sweat like crazy, you don't want to have to worry about holding your actual shirt and your palms are so sweaty. Like, this is my downside of being sweaty. It's easy when I have to cut weight as a fighter. Like, I could cut a like 10+ pounds pretty easily just from sweating. The downside is that like everything I'm touching is getting disgusting and gross. So if you don't want to worry about holding your shirt or a towel, it's got this little loop on the back left side. You just loop it through, you're good to go. Whether it's you're trying to like keep your stuff clean, you're going at the gym and you want to have a towel with you, or you want to take your shirt off if you're running on the beach, you're running outside, you want to hold it, you don't have to worry about putting it in a pocket, falling out, or putting it on the side. It's uncomfortable rubbing up against your leg or your hip. You just have that loop it right through, and it's a clutch option. You don't have to worry about it getting all gross and sweaty. It stays dry, and you can just throw it right back on, which is pretty cool. Shout out to them for that. I like the combination of having the compression layer as well as being able to have the loop for the towel or the shirt. So now we're going to kind of get some miscellaneous stuff. We're going to look at some supporting tools. We're going to look at, this is another one I use in my home gym. I actually don't have them on right now because it's during the day and it's super bright. But these are, I even use for lighting here when I'm doing our streaming content and recording different stuff, is the Govi light bars. So let me pull this up and see if I have the right format here where I can share with you guys. But these are an absolutely clutch option. Now, I have 2 different types of Govi light bars in the carousel. The ones I have right now, they don't have the mounted camera feature, so they're a slightly cheaper price point. In the B-roll I'm going to talk about, they do have the video camera feature. I'm going to highlight those next. Let's see if this video is. Now again, for these Govi light bar setup, the cool thing is, again, it has a vertical holder. You can just slide this right in, or it has an adhesive on the back. You can kind of rest it horizontally on the wall or just have it facing straight up. Now you might notice I have it just on the regular reading mode because I want the lighting feature for my actual content creation right now. But this has an app you can download. I can pull it up on my phone, and I'm actually going to show you guys in real time how you can adjust it. Because the cool thing is with this, it's not only like a set light that, you know, isn't kind of dynamic, but this actually has like audio settings where I just change the coloring, and now based on me talking, see how it's changing the rhythm and the pattern? I can put it on vivid and change how it moves, put it on rhythm, put it on strike, put it on vibrate. And cool thing I use this for is like working out, honestly. So when I'm training, being able to put on a music or a playlist, having it connect to my phone, and then having the music to match that actually really helps me from like a visual standpoint to get kind of amped up. As well as the cool thing, this has a camera that comes with it. You can sync it up to your TV or your monitor or whatever kind of screen you want to use it, and then you can put it on video mode. So like right now I'll put it on video mode, and I have it set up on my monitor. My monitor has like a bluish purple background, so you can kind of see that's what it's displaying. And it's picking up on my audio, but if I had like an action scene going on, or I was playing video games, it even has a gaming mode, it has a split screen mode, so that it can pick up different inputs from like the right side of the screen, left side of the screen. This thing's, again, it's just got so much versatility, and I think it's so cool that I just highly recommend it from the fun and the function standpoint. Bam, y'all. So, again, if you guys got questions, not only on that, on anything I'm talking about, always let me know in the chat. But the next one we're going to dig into is the Darillo Smartwatch. I was actually just checking mine during that video, and during that video B-roll play, I realized when I charged it yesterday, I didn't even have it plugged in. So don't be an amateur. Like, I've done this on a few different things I've had to charge in the past. It's like I put the thing into my device, but I realized it wasn't actually fully plugged into the outlet. It didn't actually charge. So I'm at like 10% battery right now, which honestly is going to make it through the stream. It'll probably make it through the day, but when it comes to nighttime tonight, battery's probably going to die while I'm sleeping, and I really like getting my sleep data and metrics. So speaking of which, let's look at it. I got 8 hours and 12 minutes of sleep last night. Resting heart rate, 38. So I've been getting well rested here. Normally I'm at like 40, so seeing it at that is helpful. Then we can look at like my stress metrics. I'm going to leave it there. It'll also check your pulse and oxygen levels, which is super cool. You can track so many different things. You'll have activity circles on like trying to shoot for 10,000 steps, how many miles you want to walk that day, how many calories you ultimately want to burn. There's so many metrics that you can gain from having smartwatches that are extremely impactful and powerful. So like pulse ox wise, I'm at 98% oxygen. Boom. Now let's see. Let's check stress. Let's check my stress levels. This one usually takes a minute. I'm usually pretty hyped up throughout the day, so I'm curious to see what it's going to pick up and read. I'm going to leave it be for a minute here. Now let's see if we also, not only do we have a discount, I believe it's 29% off. So you guys get it for like $50 right now. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different styles and band options. There's just so many valuable pieces. Like I recommend all my clients that I ever work with, they don't all have it, but I'll recommend them getting a few things. A smart scale is definitely one. A smart watch like this is definitely one. It doesn't even have to be Darillo. It could be like almost anyone. I like this one from the price point and the functionality of it and the integration of it, because you can even export, download this data either on your phone or on your computer and have that and look back at it. Please keep still. Oh man, I got too hyped. See, I started talking with my hands and I lost it. So let's see if I can just like keep my arm up here and keep it still without the screen going blank either. But I'm going to probably forget to start talking with my hands. So let's see if I can hold it down here. But yeah, this thing's absolutely clutch, and I just love the data and information that you get. And then I've even done like content and podcasts on like how to best leverage this. And I'm thinking eventually what me and Gina will do, I didn't even move. I started like turning my wrist a little bit. So that's the only downside to this one, is you kind of have to like kind of be perfectly still. So I'm even going to just scratch that for now. But last time I did it, it was cool because it'll show you you're either normal, you're like stressed, or you're pretty relaxed. And then it even has an app on the phone that's like a breathing app. And it'll just say inhale, and it'll have a little circle expanding, and then it'll contract when you want to exhale. And it helps you kind of just relax and down regulate a little bit, which I think is like a cool built-in feature. And then it even has like activity tracking. So you can say, I'm about to work out, I'm about to do yoga, I'm about to go for a run, do some yard work, and it'll calculate those calories to help you meet your calorie goal for the day. So there's just a lot of cool metrics and insight to that. With that being said, I've got the Totes Car Fridge up next, y'all. This thing has been clutch in so many ways. Let's see if I can share with you guys. If I can actually upload the video, or if I just got to do a screen share. Let's see what's up. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I think it might be the
So I was really excited to get this one because let's just look at the external aspects of it. First off, clutch design, because it comes with some like cup holder position here. It's got 4 of them. It also comes with a nice grippy, grainy kind of texture over here. So if you want to set something down on it, it's going to kind of help it from sliding. This is particularly meant for the car. So with that being in mind, let's say you have this in the back seat or your center console space or however you have it set up, being able to have something that's kind of textury, especially when you're moving, you don't have to worry about it sliding. Whether it's, I'm putting my phone on it, or maybe I'm putting a sandwich, depending on if you're eating in your car or whatever's going on there. This can be a really cool feature and option. Now, let's look at the inside stuff, because I'm sure that's what you guys are most excited about. This one I'm pretty pumped about to just test out the space. Oh, also, before we even get into that, let's highlight, you have this LED screen right here, so you can control different settings, looking at the temperature, being able to turn it on and off. And speaking of let's kind of unpack some of this stuff. I actually kept some of the stuff in here so I can showcase you guys. It comes with all the plugs, the electrical setups, as your manual, of course. But this one is like just super spacey. So being able to, like, let's just check this out. Being able to drop in your drinks and whatnot in here, being able to even pull that out and just putting things right in that space. And then just maybe we drop our lid right on top of it if you don't worry about it like kind of sloshing and moving around. That's again the freezer space. And then off to the side right here, I'll show you from the other angle, you have your refrigerator space. So that's the other actual cool aspect to me, is being able to have like separate compartments for the temperature. So you can have it a little bit cooler in the freezer, have it a little bit warmer in the refrigerator, and kind of keep things separate there. And the amount of space that you have, especially in that freezer, is just really awesome. And again, you have your plugins and all your ports so that, again, you can plug it into your car charger, whatever you want to do there to have it set and running. And the compressor side of it, it just opens up a lot of versatility and function to it with your cables and with all your wiring and your setup. And then we have our second box here, dig into a little bit more with even putting on the handles and whatnot, which I didn't even do. I wanted to actually show all of you guys this. And then what I'm going to do is probably do an extra B-roll footage to break that down a little bit more. But so far, like, I think this is just absolutely awesome. And from the size of it and the function of it, I'm really pumped.
Bam, y'all. So we're going to stick with the nutrition theme here. Now let's look at the Geek Chef Air Fryer Toaster. This one's probably my favorite nutritional product that I've gotten as a sponsored product. Probably even out of anything I've bought. I'm trying to think, like, maybe we got, I don't even know if we bought our Ninja or if we got it as a wedding gift. But like the Vitamix maybe blender, Ninja blender, or like the Ninja coffee. That's actually, my wife got me the Ninja like coffee brewing system. That one's probably up there too. But the Geek Chef, I use that one every day. Geek Chef I use like every week for sure with meal prep, almost every day. So like it's probably a top two between those. This thing's absolutely amazing. Plus it's got not only, let's see how much, 25% off, but you got an extra $10 off in-link coupons. So again, guys, always make sure you're checking the in-link coupons because there's been quite a few here. I tried to share them in the chat, but let's break down this B-roll here so you guys can see a little bit more. Let's see if this is actually going to upload. Let's see. Bam.
So just to dig in here a little bit more and to highlight, I wanted to have two different B-rolls playing. Right up here is the chicken wings. Right over here are the dehydrated mangoes. What I actually did, because I wanted to show you guys, like, I think sometimes when we think about, like, you know, changing up your nutrition habits and whatnot, it's like, oh, I have to have everything from scratch. It has to be perfect. Like, I'll be honest with you, no. Sometimes I don't have the time to make fresh chicken wings, like, with my own sauce and whatnot. So I bought these from the store, straight up from the freezer. They already had the buffalo ranch sauce on. I threw them right into the air fryer toaster, threw the settings on, be able to throw it on air fryer. I put it on 20 minutes, I believe, and 10 minutes about halfway through. I just flip them, got them nice and crispy, and they were amazing. So I wanted to share that with you guys specifically for this one, so you guys can understand, like, again, even as a health professional, this is what I do for a living. Ideally, it's great to have organic and fresh and make your own sauce and do all that stuff, totally. But sometimes, based on time and bandwidth and what you have going on, this might be the best option. It's about making the best choice and the best option you have at that time. And being able to have the Geek Chef Air Fryer Toaster can help leverage that a little bit more, have it a little bit more convenient. You don't have to worry about like preheating it and stuff like that, which to me was pretty awesome because that's one of my hesitations when it comes to using the oven, which I still use at times. It's just like I don't want to have to preheat it, then wait. It adds more time onto it. So literally dial it to 20 minutes, throw them in, flip them halfway through, and you're good to go. And even that, you technically don't have to. I just like to. Now let's slide over to the mangoes here for a second. Looking at these, this is again another one. I'm a huge fan of dehydrated mangoes, but from a cost perspective and also from like a kind of portion sizing perspective, I can spend a lot of money and I can also eat way too much of them. So what I decided to do was, again, get the frozen ones and just throw them in. Now, what you'll notice in this one, they got a little crispy because I put them in for 3 hours straight. What I would recommend after doing it since then is being able to do them from a half hour at a time, let them sit for 10 minutes, flip them, do it for another half hour, then let them rest for like 10 minutes and then see where they're at. And then maybe an hour and a half in usually is going to be good. I did it for 2 hours this last time, and it came out, again, great, not as crispy on the edges. These were frozen from chunks. What I also did is I got some fresh mangoes now, and I'm going to slice them up longer and thinner. And I'll shoot some B-roll for that as well if you guys want to see that and dig into some of the differences when you lay them down and what it can look like. But I wanted to share that with you guys because I'm a really big fan of leveraging the air fryer and toaster, not adding the calories from oils, and being able to have the versatility it can provide with so many different things.
And bam! So Gabrielle and Jeanette, sorry for the delay in my saying hey in the chat. I just realized I was like, honestly, I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. My wife sent me a picture of my daughter Lena because today is dressed up like a superhero day at her school. She dressed up as Supergirl, and there was an awesome picture that she took that I just saw on my phone. But what's going on, Gabrielle? Thanks for the follow, virtual hugs. What's going on, Jeanette? Hey, thanks for dropping by. So, Gabrielle, you said, how do you join the giveaway? You just did it. All you got to do is type in giveaway. I'll put up the banner again. I took it down because it didn't seem like anyone wanted to do the giveaway. Well, it looks like you're in for it. So we just need 2 people. You're the only one in for the giveaway right now. So let me actually, I'm going to pull up the emoji race list and I'll add you to it. We just need one more person to join in on the race. Now, if we get at least 3 people, I'm going to give a prize away for the top 2. If we only get 2 people to join, I'm just going to give away a prize for the first place finisher. But either way, it'll be a fun time. And I'm going to probably butcher this, but I'm going to try and pull out my awesome pronunciation skills. Faustino, thank you for the follow. Let me know if I got that right, if I was even close. Honestly, so here's a funny, just because I'm seeing your name, it reminds me of this thought process that I have. I feel like if your name has more vowels than any other letter, like it's almost a guarantee you're Italian. But that's also, I'm biased because I'm Italian, and like I see that. Oh, look at that, I got it right. Yeah, that's awesome. Also, my next guess is, are you Italian? Just from like seeing all those vowels in your name, I'm going to speculate you're either Italian, maybe you're Greek, somewhere in like the Mediterranean area, or Spain possibly. I don't know. But now I'm just being nosy. Don't mind me. You don't have to answer that question. So with that being said, also, when you guys, I'm skipping race, got to pick up little ones soon. Oh, I see you, Jeanette. Well, have a great time picking them up. Hope it all goes smooth. So what I'll say is, Faustino, I'm actually going to put you in the race. You don't literally have to do anything. And then we've got Gabrielle. So that's the cool thing. When you guys follow, I automatically put you into the race, but you don't actually have to follow to participate. It's an Italian name, but I'm American Mexican. That's awesome. That's cool. Yeah, American Mexican. I just see like. Also, I probably should have guessed. I feel like a Latin root, like there's always gonna be like more vowels than any other letter for like those kinds of names. Like, for example, my last name's Carlo, but it's spelled C-A-U-L-O. So it's A, U, and O. And though like it's only C and L are the 2 other letters. So it's like it's a pretty obvious Italian name, or at least to me. But anyways, so what I'm going to do here is I've got one more product. I'm named after Saint Faustina. Ooh, I don't know about Saint Faustina. I got to check that out. I'm going to look that up here in a second, but that's super cool. Who is that? What are they known for? I love how there's so many saints and they have all these different things. I'll actually tell you guys a story. Speaking of being named after saints, I was actually named after like Saint Michael, the Archangel. But there's an interesting story or an interesting thing that I found out going into not only like religion classes, but also just doing a project for myself that my nanny told me. So you can look this up, by the way, guys. And this is more in the Catholic religion or division of Christianity. But like Saint Michael has, like all saints have their own day, I feel like. And Saint Michael's Day was my actual birthday. The day I was born was Saint Michael's Day, or also known as Michaelmas. So I just think that's such a fun kind of name. February 15th, Saint of Singles. Oh, that's interesting. So it's right after St. Valentine's Day. That's cool. Hold it down, Faustino, for all the singles out there. That's super cool. Dude, learn something new every day. Thanks, man. Learn something new every day. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep it rolling. I got one more thing we're going to dig into, which is the Syncom massage gun. And actually, no, I touched on the earbuds, and I also look at my 6S sunglasses that we'll have sponsoring the race. So I'm going to play a little bit of a B-roll here for the Syncom massage gun, and I'm going to hang out in the chat talk all about this stuff because I'm very intrigued now by this awesome name. So yeah, let's get into it.
So in this video, we're going to be talking about the Syncom massage gun. As you can see, it's a portable handheld massage gun. Has 5 different settings. It has the switch right here underneath. You're going to turn that on, and then you can use, you'll see the light will light up, and then you can use the button on the back to cycle between settings 1 through 5, increasing in intensity throughout each individual one. Now, my favorite part to the massage gun is not only the portability and the function, but the different attachment heads that it comes with. You have 6 different attachment heads. You can see me, I'll even easily just swap out, turn and pull, and then you can just easily swap it out for another one. So you can have a wide variety of different muscles to hit and different intensities, so you can customize it to what you want and the comfort that you desire.
All right, so as you guys can see, I threw on my shades here because that's what we're going to have this race sponsored by, the Sixus Aviator shades. I have both the silver and gold in my carousel, but we actually have the cat eye styles have 27% off right now. Also, the Syncom massage gun did have a $5 off in-link coupon if you guys want to check that out. And that's super cool, Faustino, about grandfather being born on February 15th, so kind of got that name. I always think it's cool to hear like where people's names came from, also how they got into the like life they're living now, how they got to careers they're into, and all that kind of fun stuff. Anywho's, with all that being said, let's get our race going, y'all. So Gabrielle and Faustino, I got you both in for the race. I'm gonna do a screen share here, Bink, and we're literally just gonna race. I'm gonna give it like a minute to see if anyone else wants to get in on it, and then we'll kind of race. So here's the cool thing: the number one. Or first place is going to get a $1,500 fitness package with myself and my fitness team, or a $1 Amazon gift card. You can pick. Do you want the $1 Amazon gift card? Do you want the $1,500 fitness package? I can go over what all that looks like if you guys have questions. Anyone else for the race/giveaway? So we'll kind of just drop that question. We'll give it about another minute here, and then we'll see what's going down. But in the meantime, I at least have Faustino and Gabrielle. Thanks for joining us here. I'll give it like literally like a minute, and then we'll get right on into it. But yeah, I think it's just super cool to learn that kind of stuff. Anyways, with the giveaway, all you guys got to do is shoot me an email, lifeofafighter@gmail.com, if you win. Also, anyone that just participates, just Gabrielle and Faustino, just by participating, you guys will actually get access to a bunch of cool passes, like a 7-day pass to our fitness and nutrition vault. You'll also get the body type quiz access, which everyone gets on our website right now, but I figured I'll just share it with you guys. Let's pop it on over here. Drop that in for you guys. Boom. We've got our racy poos on. Doesn't look like anyone else is getting in there. So let's get our race on, y'all. We're going to put it for 60 seconds. Bam. We'll set this bad boy. Also, fun fact, next week, if we had at least 3 people, I was going to give the top 2 people a prize. Second place was going to get a free pass to my masterclass next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys want to get set up for that, it's a $20 pass that you can just sign up for at lifestyleoffitness.com. But also hang around. We're going to be doing giveaways the rest of this week for every single stream, so you guys can always win a chance to get your pass on. So with that being said, it's race time, y'all. Let's go. Race time. And again, this race is brought to us by the Sixus shades that I have on right now, as well as Lifestyle of Fitness. You can go to lifestyleoffitness.com. That's actually my company. So if you want to support me in an additional way, you can always go there, check out. We put out a bunch of free resources, as well as paid programs, courses, services, master classes. You can follow us on social media. Check us out here. I even have a Life of a Fighter channel on Amazon as well that I live stream from every single week on Saturdays, where we do a live workout. So if you guys want to check that out, you totally can. And let's see what we got for the race, y'all. 20 seconds. Who's going to pull it out? I always feel like the last 5 seconds is where it gets pulled out. So let's see who's going to get the sprint at the end. And then Gabrielle and Faustino, you guys both here. I know Faustino, I saw you're here. Gabrielle, are you still here? You still here? I'm more curious because if you win and you're not here, then it's just going to default go to Faustino. But it doesn't matter because Faustino won. Congratulations. Oh, Faustino's here. So congratulations, homie. You won. Congrats. I'm going to type in congrats. So that's pretty much going to do it for the stream. So here's what you got to do, Faustino. You have the choice of either taking that $1,500 fitness package, shoot me an email and say you want the fitness package, or shoot me an email and say, hey, you want the $1 Amazon gift card. In the message I sent, it says it's $1,000. We actually added a $500 bonus to it with a second month of coaching and training with my team. So that's kind of like an added bonus for you if you want that. And no worries if not, you can always take the gift card. But I'm going to be honest with you, the value is very much in the fitness package because we really drill that home and try and deliver as much as possible. What's the fitness package? Yeah, that's a great question. So with the fitness package, you're going to get access to our 28-day nutrition course. So we're starting the next live nutrition course on March 7th. So it's a full month, 4 weeks of coaching. You're going to get a nutrition plan. You're going to get really, and the key to me is not just like, hey, here's a diet, go do it. It's like understanding the philosophy and understanding principles and what works for you. So you're going to get access to that. You're also going to get assigned your own coach that for the entire month will be working with you, helping you create a custom plan with the courses that we're digging and sharing with you, as well as you'll get weekly Zoom calls that our entire group will be on. We'll have our nutrition coaches running those on Sundays. And you're going to get access to our fitness and nutrition vault with over 1,000 recipes, well over a dozen different workout plans and templates, and different types of resources that are only for our vault, as well as access to our app where everything's going to live. You can log different features, and you'll get an hour of phone time with me that you'll be able to just use as you want throughout the month. If you do all of that and you love it, you'll even have a second month of coaching and support from my business partner, Coach Chuck, and have some added support. So that's kind of a little bit of the breakdown. What do you think? Does that help? See if you're actually, if there's a delay there. I know there's like a 10-second-ish delay. But yeah, man, that's pretty much going to be it. So I would say no matter what you decide to go with, shoot me an email. I put my email in the chat, lifeofafighter@gmail.com. You can pick whichever one you want. Just say fitness package or the Amazon gift card. Yeah, a little delay. Yeah. So that's really it, man. And that's actually the end of the stream. So I always like to end the streams with our giveaway to have some fun and exciting. I'll be back tomorrow around 11 o'clock or 11:30 Eastern time with my cousin Gina. Where's the email? Hold on. It's above in the chat. I put it in that big paragraph, so I'm just going to write it here. lifeofafighter@gmail. So I'm spelling it out just so like it'll let me send it, but it's just lifeofafighter@gmail.com. So just send it to me there. We'll get you set up. It'll take me, I try and send it in real time, but sometimes it'll take me a couple days, or honestly, like even anyone that's won it from last week, I normally send it on the Monday before, but I was really, really busy with launching a couple things last night. So I got to play catch up today and tomorrow with sending out some of the fitness passes and access to it. But yeah, hopefully that helps, Faustino. I appreciate you dropping by, giving a follow, hanging out. And if you enjoy this stuff, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back pretty much every single day streaming, definitely every week. We have our live workouts on Saturday on the Lifestyle and Fitness channel. And with that being said, cheers, and thank you as well, man. Hopefully that helps. And I'll see you guys later.